Hi everyone, and this is Legendary R back again with more. This time I'm going to be doing another Beyblade Burst unboxing. This is actually most likely my last Beyblade Burst Pro Series unboxing. This is basically one of the last things that came out for Pro Series, and overall I really just want some of the Pro Series Beyblades for the parts. So, yeah, that's about it. It says Takara Tomy right there, ages 8 and up, and it says Pro Series in big letters. And you can see what it comes with. It's called the Triple Threat Collection. It also says Hasbro and Takara Tomy, so it's like it's co-branded. Hasbro is just using the Takara Tomy molds and then making it themselves. Plastic-free packaging, and then it says Meld Chip Core, which is something that we only got under Takara Tomy until now. Down the back, it shows you all the parts that it comes with, which I'll go over all the parts. I will. But yeah, pause if you want to take a picture, scan it, whatever. Just pause and do all that. I don't care. Oh, I really like this. It has the WBBL logo, even though in the anime it's censored. If you didn't know that, the anime actually censored the WBBA logo, like in the first season. Kinda weird. Anyway, let's get on to the unboxing. Okay, so I'm back. So, we're gonna get on to the parts. This part is called Super Hyperion. I'm going to go part by part now. So here's the sparking chip, which I don't know what they call it in Hasbro terms, but this is sparking chip. It's called Hyperion. This is based on Hyperion 1, but it has the sparking chip core, like Hyperion 2. So to kind of show what I mean is, this is Hyperion 2, which is Hyperion Burn. There will be unboxed on this eventually. The whole idea of it is that it had like metal, like the gold part was metal, and then there's the sparking chip core in the middle. So yeah, they just took that metal chip core and then they put it here. But it's on a Hyperion 1 kind of design. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. I think all these Beyblades are part of a random booster, but I never got that random booster in the Takara Tomy, so that's why I feel like all this stuff is weird to me. Especially since this is what Pro Series ended off with. Either way, this is Super Hyperion. As always, the sparking chips are mostly interchangeable, but the sparking chip core is actually really great to have because it's good for competitive. You can use it on the Tempest Solomon combo. So, yeah, feel free to do that if you're able to get Solomon. You can actually get it from Mall of Toys, I think. Here is the ring, the sparking ring. Again, I don't know what they call it under Hasbro, but this is sparking ring. It's called Super, and Super is it has a slope, so I believe it's good for upper attack from the way that it seems to be made. And I don't know what to say about it because I don't know too much about the meta for sparking, but all I can tell is that this is good for upper attack, and they just got it like that. I like it, and I know this isn't like a good one-to-one comparison, but it reminds me of the Random Booster Volume 28, like because of the whole black color scheme. But yeah, it's black and gold, kind of an interesting mix. Here is the chassis. The chassis is called 1A. 1A is in black, and once again, it's kind of like a reference to the Takara Tomy, because under Takara Tomy we had this we had like Random Booster Volume 28, I think, and that had like gold. Instead of being gold, it's all red, so that's an interesting change. Again, I don't know if it was from a different Takara Tomy Random Booster or not, but still an interesting change. Please be aware that there may be teeth wear with the chassis. So, yeah, just be cautious whenever putting certain drivers on it. And there is the driver. The driver is called Quick. We did get a Quick Dash under Hasbro, so I don't know why they didn't just give us Quick Dash, but whoa, this tip feels soft. So if you didn't know, softer rubber wears down more. And on top of that, softer rubber is also more aggressive. So yeah, it seems like that could be good for competitive. You'll need to buy like 2 or 3 of this set to make sure that you have it consistently for tournaments. Good thing burst tournaments are going to be less now that X is coming out. Here is the next Beyblade, which is Variant Lucius. Here's a chip, which is called Lucius. Yeah, I know it's called Lucifer in Japanese, but it's called Lucius under Hasbro, so that's all I'll call it. I do like it though. It is a recolor of the variant Lucifer. This is not a Pro Series one. This is a Young Toys Lucifer. But yeah, it's basically the same exact thing, except this one's all in gold. So it's kind of like I guess you could say this would be like Lucifer or Lucius whenever whenever the twins kind of help Lane stop being evil, or whatever you want to interpret the ending of Sparking. Also, it features metal in the center, so that's what gives it some good competitive value because of it being metal. It is probably outclassed by Solomon, but it's still a good option if you don't have Solomon. Then here is Variant. Variant is... I don't think Variant has any use. Under Hasbro it doesn't have any use, and I don't think under Takara Tomy it really has any use. It does look like a sun though, so that's really interesting. So it's kind of like Lucius or Lucifer is like the black sun, which is probably a reference to Mel Fight. By the way, there's a little comparison between the two. Looks interesting. It's like a more light version of Lucifer, and I like it. It's a good, unique take on it. Here is the chassis. The chassis is called 1D. The rubber on this feels pretty thick, so I don't think this is going to be wearing down anytime soon. To compare it to the Young Toys one, it looks interesting. Yeah, it's kind of like the original version of it was black, and then it just made it all gold and yellow. Really interesting kind of color flip, but I like it. In terms of competitiveness, I don't see 2D being competitive. I think it's probably good against opposite spin because that's what Lucifer is known for, is opposite spin battles and being good in that. So I think you should probably just use it against opposite spin opponents if you're able to, because you can't always control whether or not you'll end up with a less spin opponent. Here is Orbit. Orbit is a very outclassed piece, especially under Pro Series standards. Really, they should have just gave us Orbit Metal, but we just got regular Orbit. Orbit came from season 1 of Beyblade Burst, and yeah, I don't see the purpose of having this. I really don't. But it's on the Beyblade, so we have to deal with that. I like the little glare that they put in it. It looks nice. Here is first Uranus. And I'm gonna say Uranus because I'm not one of those people that says Uranus. So Uranus, either one. Here is the sparking chip. It's called Uranus, and yeah, Uranus, either one. And it has a regular chip core in the middle. I'm surprised only one of them has a metal chip core, but I guess that's all I could really do about it. Can't really do much about it. Also, one thing I wanted to mention is that first Uranus is kind of hard to get, so I think this is something that people should probably enjoy if they're able to get it. Here is the ring. The ring is called First. Yeah, First is basically Super, but is modified, so there is kind of like an upper attack slope, but it's not as defined as Super, so kind of interesting. It's really interesting that they have First and Super in the same set, because these things are really close to being exactly the same. They just have slightly different shapes. But now, if you're one of those people that really like getting stuff from the anime, you can now have First Uranus. It won't be in the same colors as the anime, but it's close enough. And it'll save you from spending $30 on just one part. So, yeah. I think it's over $30 now, so over $30 on one part, yeah, saves you money. Here is the chassis. The chassis is called 2B. The 2B chassis it came out in World Spriggan for Takara Tomy, and then it came out for Death Solomon on Takara Tomy. But this is the first time I've ever seen it under Pro Series. The gimmick of it is actually that on almost every sparking ring or layer, you have it locked. And then on some sparking layers, it'll be unlocked, or sometimes it'll be locked and unlocked. It really just depends on whatever layer that you put it on. I think I'll put like a list here or something. There's not really many sparking layers that actually work with the 2B chassis, so they're just meant to be, I guess, stationary on this combo. Here's the driver, which is a really interesting one. Interesting choice from Hasbro. It's called Metal Acel. So, yeah, Metal Acel. This is actually, I think this is supposed to be mold 2 of Acel. You know, like the mold 2 of the metal drivers. Yeah, it seems like a mold 2. The difference between the molds is that the first mold was the one where it messed up the teeth, and then the second mold is the one where they just made the burst resistance so bad that it just kind of bursts easy. So this Beyblade might be really easy to burst. Either way, I really like the purple for it, so that could be good on the purple combo if you have one. They did make Jet Wyvern the Pro Series, so you can't have a whole purple Beyblade, I guess, unless you're using like this on something, like First Uranus or something. Super Hyperion. Okay, I like it. It's pretty tight. It's just okay overall in terms of the clicks. But I like it. I like the colors for it. It's really interesting. Like a gold and black color scheme. Pretty interesting. I wish that they had like a better... I wish that they had better looking gold though, because if you look at the gold and just like compare it to Takara Tomy, the Takara Tomy one is more bold and just sticks out at you, while the Hasbro one just seems like it's all dead. So yeah, I hope it gets... I really hope that Hasbro can learn from this mistake somehow with the paint. Variant Lucius. Oh, the clicks are actually pretty strong, surprisingly. First Uranus. Oh, you can't even hear the clicks. It's so bad. The bursts on this thing will be horrible. I can tell you that much. Also, the chassis. The chassis is like, you have to make sure you know where you want these little points to be on 2B, because when you click in the layer, it'll be locked. So if you want it to be over here, over there, anywhere, then you have to make sure that you line it up properly before you put it together. I didn't worry about the alignment, so it's kind of in an odd position, but we'll work with it. And by the way, the 2B will actually create a little bit more recoil, so just keep that in mind. So here's the sticker for Super Hyperion. Looks pretty interesting. Here's the sticker for Variant Lucifer. Still interesting overall. Then here is the sticker for First Uranus. A whole lot of stickers, to be honest, but that's pretty good. Variant Lucius versus Super Hyperion. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Whoa! I was about to pick up Super Hyperion, but that didn't happen. Lucius was that round with the spin finish. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. I'm redoing it. Oh, so this is what the people with the Pro Series are going to have to deal with. Kinda sad. Either way, Hyperion was that round with the spin finish. It's kind of weird because that battle wasn't too much of a stall battle, strangely enough. Super Hyperion versus First Uranus. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Whoops, I meant to say let it rip. Either way, Uranus is holding on. And Uranus wins with a spin finish. That was almost a burst finish. Like if you do this, burst finish. So that was close, really close. And here is Variant Lucius versus First Uranus. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Yeah, it's kind of calm. I'm surprised there hasn't really been a burst finish though. And yeah, Lucius lost. Uranus won that round. Gonna do it again. Oh, whoops. I made a mistake and launched Uranus on Lucifer. And Yeah, that's what I mean by the burst resistance being bad. First Uranus wins that round with a spin finish. You know what? I'm actually interested. I'll test the burst resistance. So, we're going to do First Uranus versus... Let's not do it against Super Hyperion, because that's actually something that you could get under Pro Series. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Oh wow. And First Uranus just held on. Just gonna do that one more time. 3, 2, 1, go shoot! Okay. Yeah, Super Hyperion won again. And yeah, no burst finishes. Wow. So, what do I think of the Triple Threat Collection, which is kind of a weird name, but Triple Threat Collection, what do I think of it? Overall, the Triple Threat Collection is a really interesting set. It's something that I'm glad to have, to be honest. Not just because of it being the last Pro Series release and Hasbro giving us the first Uranus because that was something I was looking for. But I honestly feel like this set is one of those things that, like if you're Hasbro only, I feel like it's good to have because you actually get some parts that were never released under Hasbro until now. But if you have access to the Takara Tomy Beyblades, I feel like this set has less value overall. Because if you have Takara Tomy Beyblades, instead of just getting this set for the American price, your money could be going in other places, is what I'm saying. So I feel like if you really just like these Beyblades, like if you like these specific Beyblades and wanted these specific parts, then I would go for it. If you're someone that doesn't like to go shopping online or can't actually afford to get Takara Tomy stuff, or you can't really get stuff from Japan and stuff like that, then I feel like you probably should just get this set if you really want the parts. Or you just really like the Beyblades. Like maybe you wanted Lucifer but you couldn't get Lucifer. Maybe you wanted First Uranus and you couldn't get First Uranus. So yeah, stuff like that. But other than that, I feel like this set is just okay for people. In terms of fun, I feel like it's pretty fun to have because you can actually mix up the parts and then have different combinations. Yeah, that's what I mean. You can just switch up the parts and then you could have a pretty good combo and then you don't have to worry about bursting or something. And then you can also use these combinations in tournaments too because the WBO has actually made a GT tournament thing. Overall, this set is just really good for people that want to have fun and the collectors. But if you're someone that just wants to do competitive, I don't recommend it. So that's what I'm trying to say. I know I'm kind of bad at explaining things sometimes, but that's what I'm trying to say. By the way, if you want to get some Beyblades, feel free to go to Mall Toys. There's a link in the description, and whenever you click the link, you'll actually go to the site itself. And whenever you purchase through that link in the description, you'll actually support me in the process. I also have coupon codes to help you save money. The coupon code is Legendary R, and it saves you 5% off on Mall Toys and 7% off on Bays and Bricks. That way, if you really wanted a set like this and you're outside of the US or you just can't find it somewhere, then you can just buy it on like Bays and Bricks or maybe Mall Toys if they ever get it in stock. Then you can buy it that way. If you want to support me in a non-financial way, you could just watch my videos. You can watch more of my videos, like, comment, share, or subscribe. All those things help a lot. And thank you for all of the support. Your support is what helps me get this far, and I wouldn't even be able to kind of do all this stuff without you. So thank you for your support. Anyway, like if you want, share if you want, and subscribe to become a legend in the making. See you next time, bye, and we are proven to be legendary. Stay legendary.